Hi, kindergarten. Today I am here with you to read you a story. Now, some of our stories have pictures. This is one of our stories where we have to use our imagination. There's no pictures. You have to close your eyes. You have to picture what's going on in your brain so that it's like a movie that you can see in your mind. Now, this is a very different kind of story. Remember, we talked about Cass and how she was cooking dinner for crocodiles, and we talked about Gregory and how he lost his goggles. Well, this is a story that's much shorter, but it sounds different too. This is called a poem. A poem has beat, it has rhythm. Some of the words rhyme, like bear and chair. Those words rhyme. When you listen to a song, there's a beat you can hear, like the drums are playing in a certain way, or you can hear like the music is like clapping and it's causing you to move in a certain way. Well, this is a poem where it kind of has a flow to it. And this poem is called Pretending. Now, this is not a story about Elf. This is about a different child. And he is doing some pretending, just like Elf and Cass were pretending that there was a cave in the garage and that the kitty that was on the sidewalk was really a lion in our story yesterday. Well, he's doing some pretending too. I want you to see if you can imagine what he's seeing or where he is in this poem. Are you ready? Here we go. The story or this poem is called Pretending, and it is written by a man named Harry Bain. Ready? Of course I'm me, but after that, nobody knows that I'm a cat. My kitten does and says, purr, purr, and I say, purr, purr, purr to her. And when she stretches as I do, I say meow, and she says mew. Oh, are you hearing those rhyming words? Mew, to, purr, her. Those are all words that end the same way. Let's keep reading and find out what is pretended next. Nobody knows that I am a hill, sitting and listening very still to grass and thistles and rustling seeds, or crickets chirping under weeds. Nobody knows when I sway and sway, I'm being a tree on a windy day. Oh, rustling and rattling, they sound like the grass is moving and the seeds are blowing in the wind. What was another sound they heard? The crickets. They were chirping. You can sometimes hear those crickets outside here in Milwaukee. Here's the next part. And when there's nothing better to do, I'm an old cow, and that says moo. Or else I do what any bee does. I fly to the flower and say buzz. And sometimes in summer, whenever I wish, I'm a water bug in our pool or a fish. Or an all hunched up and grumpy frog sitting and grunting on a log. Oh, are you hearing all those descriptive words? It's saying that it's a frog is grumpy. How would a frog sound if it's grumpy? Ribbit, ribbit. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't know what a grumpy frog sounds like and how a happy frog sounds like. But you all know what a frog sounds like, so you can hear it as we're listening to the words in this poem. But best is when the swallows fly with a chirp and a twitter across the sky. I'm a swallow as swift as they, and up I go and swoop away. And oh, what fun it is to see down in our garden myself watching me. Huh, what do you think a swallow is? It climbs up and then it swoops. Yeah, a bird. It's not an insect, it's not a butterfly, it's a bird flying. And it says that the swallows fly and chirp. So chirp was another clue to help you understand that a swallow is a bird. All right. Mommy calls me her precious lamb, but never the other things I am. And I am glad, because who would hug a frog, a bee, or a water bug? Isn't it great that we are boys and girls and people and we can hug each other? Because you wouldn't want to hug a water bug. At least I wouldn't. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this little boy pretend that he was a swallow and he was swooping through the sky and he could hear the crickets and he could see the water bugs and he could hear the different things that were in his backyard garden. All right, that is it for reading today. I hope you had a great time learning about the letter A and elf and the sound that A makes. Ah, ah, ah. I'll see you tomorrow.